So today we're going to talk about probiotics. When I do live blood cell analysis or nutritional microscopy, there's a couple signs that I often see in the blood. The first thing that I want to tell you is that blood cells should be circular, evenly shaped, and we don't want to see nothing in the plasma. There's signs that I'll see like this, which is called a target cell or caudocyte, and that's a sign that the liver and bile are not moving very well. It could be congested. Then I'll see signs like this. This is called an oval site, so the cell is oval. This is a sign that the body has, the hormones are off. And then I'll see signs like this, and you'll have a different size in the cells. So some will be smaller and some will be bigger. And that's a sign of B vitamin deficiencies. What all these different cells have in common is also that the iron is not being absorbed. And there's reasons why behind that. So I like to kind of work backwards. Why is iron not being absorbed? This is a huge problem that a lot of doctors are talking about, that people have anemic conditions and they'll just give you iron, but they're not really talking about the why. So we say we're going to talk about probiotics. So we have low probiotics. That's the reason why we're not absorbing all our iron. Then as a naturopath, I'm always trying to go back and keep asking why until I get the root. Why do we have low probiotics, which are the good bacteria in our gut that help us to absorb and digest and all that good stuff? So we can have different pathogens that are going on, like bacterias, and that's kind of what I want to hone in today. Is we have bacteria. So we have an increase in bad bacteria. Probiotics, I guess I spelled those wrong. Probiotics. So these are good bacteria. So why do we have, I guess today is not my spelling day, why do we have bad bacteria? Well, we have stress. And stress can come in many forms. It can come in, we have mental, we have emotional, we have financial, we have life. We also have different situations like EMFs. With all the 5G that is going up in the with our technology, this is actually stressing the body out. That's where EMFs come in. And stress is now going to lead to bad bacteria overgrowth. And in the blood, what that looks like is little dots everywhere. And you'll see them often swimming around and moving around. So stress is one thing. What else can be causing stress? Well, we have meds. We have chemicals. We have other heavy metals. And basically anything that is going to throw the body off is going to cause stress on the body. So when we're trying to consult someone here at the Wellness Trinity, we're trying to look at the body as a whole. Even our spirit. If our spirit is off in some way, then we can increase our bad bacteria, which can decrease our good bacteria, and then we can have about all these different situations in our blood. And if the blood is off, everything is going to be off. So now you probably want to know, what do I do about this situation? How do I fix it? So I'm here to give you the answer. So how can we tackle this? Well, one, when we're looking at things naturopathically, we want to make sure we decrease the toxins. So we want to decrease the stress. We want to also, the toxin, this is an infection actually. We want to decrease the infection. We want to increase the probiotics. And then in turn, we should have more cells looking like this. Circular, evenly shaped, no bacterias, and other pathogens that we might find inside the live blood cell analysis. When granted that we're dealing with all this type of thing and we're lowering the stress that's causing the spiral of bad bacteria and the decrease of probiotics, etc., then what we do is also we want to increase the probiotics. A lot of my clients are taking really good probiotics from Custom Probiotics. You can get very strong probiotics from them, and it's a great way to rebalance the body in that way. So probiotics can also be, so you can have it in a, let me get you another color here. So we can be in a supplemental form, like Custom Probiotics. And we can have fermented foods. Fermented foods include things like kimchi and cabbage, tempeh, anything that's gone through the whole fermenting process, which we'll discuss in a later video. And those type of things, a lot of times you can already find them made at your regular grocery store, places like Sprouts, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. They're now having more and more of these type of foods already fermented for you. You can also learn online how to make them for very low costs. So that's one. Then we want to have prebiotics. Prebiotics help to raise probiotics because they're food for probiotics. So where do we get prebiotics? We have beans or legumes. We have also fruit and whole grains. We don't want to strip our grains. That's when we start to get rid of the good fiber, which is prebiotic and which builds the probiotics. And that can, grains that are refined and sugar, those things are all going to cause this whole cascade of illness, basically. So those are some ways that you can work with targeting the anemia, actually, is in going backwards, getting the probiotics right, getting rid of that bad bacteria, and dealing with the stress. And in turn, you should be able to have nice, healthy cells that are vibrating and shining when we're looking at it underneath in a blood microscopy underneath the microscope.